Alright, so it is current. Alright, so. Alright, so. Alright, so you. Alright, so. Alright, so. Alright, so. So today is going to be a little bit different. We're not going to start on the mini bike. What we're going to do is do a little bit of a shop shed upgrade. Right now, it's only that light, and I want to put one. I've got all that pile of scrap wire, and there's outlets and 2 more lights on it. I'm going to tie into this light, put one above the back workbench, and then one above the door right here. So then I'm going to put an outlet on the other side right here somewhere, and probably 2 along the top of the back, because there is 2 outlets. There's the one that the mini fridge is plugged into, and then there's the one that I plug in my Christmas lights to that run off that switch. That one, that one, I don't really like it like that. I think I do want one outside. That way I don't have to have the door open all the time. But for now, I've got to move some stuff around, run wires, hook the wires up, and yeah, hopefully I can get it done at a decent time. It's raining today, so I didn't work very long at work. So, all right, let's get to it. So, got the lights ran. I'm not going to do one by the door because it'd be pointless, but it's so much brighter in here now with the second light. Now all I have to do is get the outlets ran, or the wires are run. I just have to connect them, and they run all the way to the main outlet here. So, time lapse. Alright, I got everything wired in, got all the outlets, both the lights. So now, I don't have outlet covers, but that's fine. Now I just gotta, the outlets are just loose right now. So I just gotta screw those into the boxes. So, I'm gonna do that. It is hotter than balls out here. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, expect a low of 70 degrees. One more thing, I have a morning updates routine that will provide you updates on the weather and your deliveries for today. Do you want to try it?
No.
No problem.
Yeah, so it's gonna be 82 degrees It's 82 degrees right now. It's gonna be 70 tonight. That's insane. But I'm gonna get this done and hopefully clean up the shop, because now they just all over the place. So then clean up this, find a permanent home for this, and possibly the vise. So hoping this isn't the full video of just me just doing this, but if it is, I'll post 2 videos this week. Oh well. Alright, so just to test it, plug that in. It works. Sweet, now I don't have to run extension cords all over the shed, because this shed is very small. So I got one more outlet to do, then I can put everything back and clean up a little bit. Alright, I found one cover. That's this one right here. So at least I got one covered. 1 out of 4 covered. Well, 5 including that one. So, but got better lighting, so now I can stand over here past that light. Before I had to stand under the door to have good lighting, but it's better now. And I can put permanent spots for my tools, so I'm gonna do that. And well, first I gotta put everything back to where it's supposed to be, because it's just in the middle of everything right now. So more cleaning. Well, it's a lot better. It still needs some cleaning, especially the main workbench. But it's not big upgrade, but just a good upgrade. But I'm gonna go get some dinner. I may come back out today. I don't know. It's hot and I want to relax. So, mushrooms. Leaky roof right there. That's not good, because that's right on all my charging stuff. There's a leak somewhere else too, but we'll find it when it starts growing mushrooms like that one. Oh well, I got stuff to fix it, but lunch or dinner time. Right, so there's some things that I want to say about the mini bike. So this is the vision of getting it like final. I might put, because I had to cut this plastic out anyway, so I might put that in there, but it looks pretty neat with that. But the chain drive, I need to run some run the chain different than what it should be. So right now my focus is going to be on getting the engine running, and for that purpose we're gonna not scrap it, we'll eventually put this back on, but to get it running and possibly to get it driving, I'm gonna take this tank and mount that old one that Baxton's guarding, mount that on the bike. So it'll still have that chopper look with the gas tank up on top, but it won't be as cool of a look. Alright, so what I was thinking was something like that. But I didn't want to have to cut any of this off. But now that I'm looking at it, I may have to cut this off. This I'm fine with cutting off. I will probably leave the battery compartment because I plan on getting a bigger version of this battery from Walmart and just running that. That way it's easy to replace because there's not going to be an alternator on it. You might be able to put an alternator on these engines somehow, or I could put one up to the chain, but I'm not going to worry about it. So the engine's in the right spot. So hopefully by the end of today, I'll be able to get it running. Or at least, like, the engine running. So, just bear with me, because I don't know what I'm doing. And hopefully I can figure it out. So what I'm doing now is coming to the back of the bike and trying to get... You can almost use that as... trying to get that centered. It looks pretty good there. I gotta make some custom mounts. I think I am gonna leave it like this, just so I don't have to cut any excess stuff off of it. Now I'll only be able to use that much of the gas tank, just so it doesn't. I probably could go up to here, but I don't want it to overfill. But this right here is more than that gas tank would be. So I think that'll be good, and I can always modify this to where it goes up to the top. But everything clears there. I just gotta make mounts now. I think what I'm going to do is make one that bolts into that one, and then goes into the mounting hole in the gas tank, and then up here will be a plate that goes. It'll be twisted a little bit, but it'll bolt here and then span those two bolts. Alright, so I got the bands made. I thought I was gonna put it on, like bend it and put it through this bolt, but I don't need to. So the only thing I have to do is tighten these down. That I just used U-bolt mount. I gotta put washers on there, but I lost my 10 millimeter. I think that's 10 millimeter. Oh, that's Jordan calling me. She's done with work. Gas tank is mounted. All I have to do is put the filter back on, clean it up a little bit, so the hose can hook back up to it. I might have to finish taking that bracket off here. That was actually for not sure what this is, but I don't need it anymore. It's for this. I may use some of this wires, like there's a blinker. This is for like the headlights and stuff. I may use those. Not sure. But then I need to get more fuel line, because that is not enough, and I don't think I only have 1/4 inch or like 1/8 inch fuel line somewhere. Like it's like this size for a 2-stroke engine. I probably could use this and just put it inside, because it's not a fuel pump, it's gravity fed. But I also won't be able to go around. I won't be able to. I have hose somewhere that'll be long enough to reach that, but that'll probably be either tomorrow or later on today, because I don't want to go back out to get more stuff, and I have to get stuff in, make a list of what stuff I need. So for today, that's it. For the video, it's not. Alexa, off. Alright, so a couple things on the mini bike. So got the gas tank all plumbed up and everything, and the throttle cable hooked up. So the next thing is redesigning how I have the idler sprockets, because the way I had it, it was very flimsy. So what I'm going to do is, so the clutch goes on like that. I'm going to take, with the 4 holes in the back, put that and like bend it to where it goes around the clutch on the top. So that one's going to be fixed. And then the bottom one is just going to be on this hole right here, and that will pivot and be the tensioner, and I'll put a spring down to the plate so it pulls it down. And then this one is probably going to stay the same here. This bolt, the threads are right for the engine block, but this nut is not. So like that could possibly vibrate out, or I could just do, okay, yeah, so I just figured it out. So what I'm going to do is do like a U bracket that's going to bend, that come out this way and then spread. So there'll be a sprocket on this side and possibly another one on this side, but I think I might just do a bolt with probably with either a piece of copper pipe or this poly. I got a couple sections of this poly hose, so I'll do that, and that way it's a little bit simpler, less parts, it's not sticking out as far, so, and it's gonna be the cheaper option. I already have the flat stock to do it. I only need to buy 3 bolts that are the same size rather than buying 2 long bolts and a random assortment of bolts. So I just need 3 more that are about this size, same thread pitch. Hopefully I can find the same thread pitch at like a hardware store or something. So yeah, and then after that, it's to get it drivable. This is the last thing to do. This I don't like. It's a little bit too far back, because when I sat on it, when I put it down on the floor, my crotch was like right here. So with the other one, it's like a slow, gradual, and this bike is not meant for adults, but I'm making it I'm making the engine adult sized, so it will be for adults, for my sake, and for my sake. So like the last thing to do, to final thing to do, is make the muffler, because the way, so it's not facing the wrong way, is that, but that gets in the way of the idler pulleys. So what I'm going to do is cut this expansion chamber off here, and then probably take some electrical conduit pipe, and I know you're not really supposed to do direct 90s with exhaust, but I'm going to do a 90 down and then back, and then either put the muffler right here or just do like side pipes coming out. But that's not important right now. I can run it without a muffler. Probably shouldn't run it without a muffler, but I'm going to. So and it did, well, I don't know, oh, maybe it didn't, because it did shift. It's supposed to be from this point here, where my pinky is, it's 3.5 inches to the edge, or 3.25 inches. It may not have shifted. Maybe I was just standing at a weird angle, but it's close to running. It's nowhere near close. I would say it's about halfway done with like complete full restoration. Not restoration, but like a resto mod. Alright, so got some progress done on it. I haven't worked on it in like a day or two, but I got the mount all bent up. I had to do it twice because this was what I started as, and it stuck out too far. Like, it just stuck out too far with the bend, so scrapped that part and actually did some measuring, because that one was just guesswork. So now I just have to I'm just gonna take, this was like the last little bit of flat stock that I had, so I'm gonna take this one. It's a little bit bent, but that might end up being removed anyways, so I'm just gonna do that. This one's not gonna span across the whole thing, because it's gonna have to pivot to get the that able to, words aren't working right now, but yeah, that's gonna be like the tensioner. And then so there's gonna be a sprocket on this one, sprocket on that one, and then this one probably not gonna do a sprocket. If I do, I'm gonna redo this mount again, but for now it's not gonna have a sprocket. It's just gonna be a bolt with some of this polyurethane pipe. It's a little bit bent, but I can straighten it out. So yeah, that's got one more mount to do before I can possibly make it drivable. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that mount, and I have not started it yet, but it in theory should start. So I possibly will take it for a test drive tonight. Alright, so I am really close to getting this mini bike done. So this is what I have for the chain drive. I just got to shorten the chain by 4 studs. And then it should be good. Obviously put the bolt in there, but it should be good to go. This is like version 3 of the chain drive. So hopefully it'll work. Should probably get that muffler on, but for now it's just going to be a straight pipe down. But I think getting the chain on and seeing the tires spin by itself, it won't drive, but I'll hopefully see the tires spin by itself, and possibly get a test drive in a little bit. But I want to get the clutch guard on before anything, so hopefully I can get that done. I'm really excited. I've been wanting to ride this for quite some time. All right, it is done. Everything is done. One thing it probably still can do is, looks like the engine shifted towards me, or towards the camera, so I gotta loosen that up and push it back that way a little bit more, just because you can see the chain is gonna be rubbing on that, and we can't have that. So just gotta loosen up the bolts before we even run it and push it back, and it should be good. Alright, so I just had to get it on the ground. The chain is close, but the engine's as far over as it can go. But I'm gonna put that other handle on it, or the other handlebar, wherever it is, and put some gas in it and see if I can get it started. I also cut the muffler off, and I probably could weld it back on, just redirect it, but I think eventually I'm going to take this and turn it down so it's facing down, and I'll run, make my own tailpipe. I think side pipes would look cool coming out this way. So for now, let's try to get this thing started. Alright, so I probably just pissed my neighbors off, but I'm going to try to prop my phone up and get it started again. Alright, so exactly what I expected to happen happened. The engine slid back because it's just roughly mounted. The engine slid back. Now the chain's loose. Because the reason why I did that is I forgot to tighten it when I adjusted the engine again. So, but it's not running. So I think that's going to be it for this video. Next one is to actually get it driving. So, yeah, and possibly a muffler, or at least a pipe, because that's very loud. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed building it. But I will see you guys in the next one.